Two major rulings have come down in connection to the Kinder Morgan pipeline project. Hayley Woodin with Business in Vancouver is joining us now. So, Hayley, what's been decided?
It's been decided that the Squamish First Nation was properly consulted prior to the BC government awarding Trans Mountain its environmental assessment certificate at the provincial level. Now, if you ask the Squamish First Nation, they maintained that they were not properly consulted. The City of Vancouver had a separate legal challenge. It says it's disappointed by the ruling and that it's considering appealing it. So these cases may not be completely done just yet. We'll see if there are any appeals, and they're by no means the only legal challenges. There remains notably that major federal challenge. The BC government's part of that joint bid, which questions the federal government's approval of the project, so that it's not by any means in the clear just yet, although Canada's Natural Resources Minister Jim Carr did say we have a little more certainty about the project this week than, say, we did in the days before the rulings.
All right. And in other news today, Donald Trump, we're learning, is threatening new tariffs against the auto industry, 25%. What would that mean for the Canadian auto sector?
That would be a major blow to the Canadian auto sector as well as Mexico's, and this does seem to be designed to place pressure on both countries, tied, of course, to the renegotiation of NAFTA, where the auto sector and auto issues have been a major sticking point since the start of these negotiations. We look to say the steel and aluminum tariffs. Canada is exempt at this point, but that exemption expires next week, and the U.S. has been very clear that Canada keeping that exemption is contingent on the U.S. getting a favorable deal in NAFTA, whatever that looks like from the U.S.'s perspective. So it's possible we don't see up to 25% tariffs on vehicles, but again, it depends on whether the U.S. gets a favorable deal. We might see that repealed. It does seem to be a bit of hardball coming from the states, but we'll have to wait and see how this pans out. And it seems like all parties are still quite a ways away from figuring out these auto issues.
For sure. So much nervous attention right now around that. Hayley, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.